Enders. You have garnered the attention of a very scary tidecaller dragon inside this cave at the moment. You have been shaken by its thundering roar. And I'm going to have to take you over here because you're about to enter combat solo for now.
Well, all right.
This creature is significantly larger than the tidecaller dragons you have seen in the port city of Skaldmere. This one is walking along the ice and has bared down upon you. We're going to start combat here. And it is going to go first because you got a critical fumble. It will start with a series of some bad things. First and foremost, size-wise, this thing is knocking over icicles as it's rushing towards you. Its head sort of lurched down a little bit. This thing is a little bit more serpentine. It doesn't have as huge and thick a body as you might expect from many dragons that you have seen. The creature is bearing down on you, its head sort of moving in a snake-like fashion, and it rushes towards you, and it will start off with some piercing fangs. It will try to bite you.
Let's talk about this.
And that is a miss to start off. It roars as it rushes towards you, and it will barely miss you with its first attack. It is your turn.
Creatures. I don't want to hurt you. Fine, you give me no choice at all. All right, I'm going to. Elemental weapon. Yes, there it is. And I'm going to draw my bow back and say, hey, look, nothing personal. You attacked me first. And I'm going to take the moisture in the air and click my fingers as it starts to form a little spark. And call Ignis. And then a fire arrow will spawn in my hand. I'll draw it back. Take a deep breath. And begin to fire. Alt, maybe? Control? Okay, that's not it. I don't know what I just did. But I gave you all of it. Alright, give me 1 second. Spells. Shift click, control click. Why does it not let me bring up the edit thingy anymore?
Good question. I think I did an update.
Oh, it's because the game is paused?
Oh, yes, you are correct. Apologies. There you go.
It's okay. I don't think that's working either. Nope. I'm just flooding the chat.
You're doing it from your items?
No, actually. There you go. That's it.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
Should be control.
Oh, not bolt. Fire. Ranged. Whatever. Animal
Just on your short bow. You control left click your short bow.
Yeah, I got it. I'm getting ready to. I'm just making all these things so they can pop up on the screen. All right.
That is a hit. Give us some damage. No, I'm sorry. Never mind. You already did. Sorry, everybody. I'm totally rattled because the production in the beginning killing me. Okay. See, the flames sort of die down as they approach this creature. The flames that were surrounding your arrow sort of compress a little bit as you can see this overpowering frost, and you can see the like pressure sort of change almost as the fire hits this very cold creature. And
all right, well, doesn't look like I expected. To change it up a little bit.
Okay.
That is the end of my turn. Okay, you click.
The Tide Caller's turn again. It will. I think it will try to bite you with piercing fangs yet again. It rushes forward and snake-like, it snaps at you. That time, it's a hit. It tears into your flesh. You feel the agony of this creature's teeth rending your flesh as you take 24 damage. Physical damage.
Fine.
Meanwhile, your interface is flashing warning. Warning. Villain detected.
Of course. It's a fucking dragon in front of me. I'm going to raise my arms in the air. Fine, you want to play like this? Grit my teeth as I start to turn the air into electrical power. All right. This is going to make it very weird. Now, we can do this, but remember that whole thing that we had? Spellblade? Okay, let's see if this works. It did not work.
So,
why didn't it work?
Yeah, when you cast your spell, it should be using Dex and Dex.
Right.
Just do an open check. Just do an open check. Let's see if that works. Yeah.
Okay.
Open check.
What?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you still rolled a 3 and a 5 with your Dex dice.
Yeah.
So the Thunderbolt that you charge up, you begin to lose control of as you're charging up. You can feel your mind racing as you see this Tide Caller dragon towering over you, getting ready to strike again. You let forth this powerful blast of magic, but you can tell immediately that it's uncontrollable. You can't quite seem to aim it at the creature, and it just sparks off without a target. And it is the Tide Caller Dragon's turn, as it will attempt to attack you with piercing fangs yet again. That is another hit for 23 damage. You feel the creature tear into you. It shakes its head violently, making the wounds worse as it attacks you. And it's at that point that you hear some familiar sounds as Muhn and Bo are the first to arrive on the scene.
Enders! Enders! I rush over to him.
I'm fine. Oh.
What is that thing? I mean, obviously a dragon, but what kind of dragon?
Around you.
It looks very familiar to the dragons that you have seen in Skaldmere, just much bigger.
Oh, very large. Okay. All right. And I kind of stand guard over Enders. I got my shield. Prepare myself for battle.
Never fear, I've got this, I say, and I bounce
Bo?
off of Moon's head.
You
Or
okay?
Maybe,
Oh. And I
maybe I
watch you
bounce
roll.
onto your shield and perhaps you throw me towards it, I don't know. But I bounce off you regardless. And then I am going to, I'm sure this is going to do wonderful. A dragon's breath on the Drake. I
Okay.
didn't target it, did I?
I think you did.
Ooh.
Yep. That is a hit. What does this look like as you cast the dragon breath here, Bo?
So, as I bounce off of Moon, you kind of see my blue sliminess kind of change color. That like blue haze that I have, kind of almost like a lava lamp's LED that's kind of changed from blue to orange as a swelling appears in front of Bo's face, and it's almost as if the front of the slime takes on the form of a dragon's mouth, just a dragon's snout, not even the whole head. And then they go, ah! And then the fire flies out towards the creature.
All right. You see the fire sort of die down as it begins to approach this tide collar dragon. And the fire is not as impressive as when you first breathe it onto this creature. It does sort of, you can see, affect it in some way, but it looks minimal.
I think maybe fire's not the way to go.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay.
It's my turn.
That is it for your turn, Bo. The Tide Caller Dragon's turn. It will rear back and seeing what you just did, Bo, it's gonna go ahead and do the same fucking thing.
Dragon breath?
Freezing breath,
Gasp!
which is its version of dragon breath.
And now also mine because I'm a dirty,
Oh, it hit
stinking
me?
chimerist.
So this is going to target. Sorry, hold on. Should be more than that. I'm gonna keep that roll, but let me see if it's gonna attack Enders again, because I thought that was set for random, but I'm not sure if that did it right.
It is what it is.
It did not roll random. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll to see who it goes to. Hold on. Bo, this is towards you. 13 versus your magic defense.
Hits.
Okay,
Ooh, can I step in to protect?
you absolutely can.
Okay. Kind of slide on over as it tanks the shield. Ooh. Ooh. My helmet. Ooh. Bo, are you okay?
I'm
This
fine. Are you okay?
freezing breath, you basically see icicles like form, condensing the water vapor towards Moon. They grow all around Moon's shield. Yeah.
Woo!
Moon, you're hit for that 22 cold damage.
Oh, my arm. Cold. So cold. I dropped my shield. Gotta get the blood flowing.
Okay. And let's see. Bo, you picked up freezing breath.
That's right.
Okay. I can give that to you.
So, did it suffer shaken then? I've already given it to myself.
No.
Okay.
No, it does 5 extra damage to shaken targets.
No, my fire breath on it. So fire breath does the damage, and also they suffer shaken.
You did not
It's
have
in the
shaken.
description.
I apologize. Let me just see. It might be immune to that. Hold on. No. Nope. You are correct. You're good.
Okay.
Yep. It has been shaken. Yep. Absolutely. Okay. Who is next?
Me. I'm ready.
Okay.
I pick up my shield. My arm's still kind of feeling it. But I'm gonna run right at this thing. Just see if I can't make a dent in its leg or something. And I look at Bo. Excuse me, Bo. Before I start to charge.
You've got this!
Are you on her
I use
head?
twin shields.
Not anymore, I bounced off.
Okay.
In
use twin
combat,
shields
we
on
are
this
2
thing.
separate units.
All right. Make sure
Yes.
you select the dragon. Target it.
So with T.
Okay, that is a hit. Moon, you
And I
rush
just kind of
up.
like jab it.
Yeah, rapid fire strikes from your shield. You can feel the heavy scales on this thing. Like you're putting like a lot of effort into these strikes, and a lot of it's glancing blows. Your attacks seem to sort of barely penetrate this creature's thick scales.
Oh man. Ooh. Guys. And I look back. Yeah, we got this.
Okay. Let's see here. We are on a new round. I don't. They changed the way that the combat thing works for Fabula Ultima, and I don't get it. I don't know what they did.
Highlighting means they went already, I guess. What?
I think I finally brought us into round 2. I don't know how that worked.
Round 2.
Yeah.
Fight!
Yeah. Okay. Very well. And I think next, Iris is the next to join. Guess if I remember correctly, we rolled really bad for Rue to catch up.
Oh, that's not good. And as I arrive, quick assessment triggers. This is a lore master thing that I took for this level. Basically, I can spend 5 MP for a creature that I see, and the GM either reveals one of their traits, which I think are only like character backstory things, unless it includes level, I don't know, or I can name a damage type and choose a creature that I can see. So this creature in front of me, you say it's a tide caller. I don't really know specifically if I would know what that means, but do I see any signs of water or anything? Does it look like it's ice?
Oh, I mean, this cave is filled with ice, and it definitely does not match the environment. And this was something that you saw outside and throughout the cave.
Mm-hmm.
You saw that there were who you assumed to be bandits that were frozen, running away, and it seems linked to this creature for sure.
Right, okay. And now, they said it pretty loudly, but I don't know if I would have heard this, so I don't want to meta or anything. Would I have heard them screaming about how fire's not working?
I'm not very quiet, but maybe. Sorry.
Or do you want me to roll a perception or something for it?
I think insight, and we'll say it's difficulty. We'll say it's difficulty 10.
11 success.
Yeah, you probably did.
Nice.
Okay, and I kind of blink a little bit, and I would like to know whether or not this creature's aura gives off some sort of a weakness to lightning in particular.
It certainly does.
There are crackles in its aura, as though that it might be a weakness to it. Try lightning.
Okay.
If you have it, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, Muhn,
Good
try
idea.
lightning.
We're in a new round. The Tidecaller Dragon goes first. It will look at these new targets entering this cave, begin to look around, and you can see it sort of rears up on its back legs and just lets loose a thundering roar. Again. And it will target everybody.
Is this a spell or just a thing it can do?
This is a spell. This is not an offensive spell, though. I don't know if that matters.
Let me double check for you. Nope, just any spell whatsoever.
There you go.
Could you put it in the combat tracker so I could steal it, please?
There you go. It will apply Shaken to Muhn, Bo, Enders, and Iris as it lets loose this thundering roar, shaking the icicles loose in the cave. This creature is not fucking around.
If I already have shaken, does it do anything else?
No.
No, it doesn't
Oh,
start.
okay.
It stirs you. Sorry.
I got it.
It's the
Horrible.
character, I swear.
Yeah,
It's not me.
Sure. Sure. Where the hell did I put that? There it is. That's what I've been looking for. Okay, that is it for its turn. Who's next?
Lightning, you say? I was already going to do this, but I need time to prep.
Before he does
Oh,
anything,
that's what that means. Okay, I've been doing this wrong. Okay.
Before anything goes on, because I don't know, I just arrived, I don't know how fast this creature is or anything, I'm going to go ahead and I will heal Enders. So I will go ahead and cast heal here. Let me make sure I spend the MP. You are healed for 40 HP, but you also get extra stuff from my class things. So here's support magic and healing power. I have skill level 2 and 6 bonds, so you get an additional 12 HP. So that's 52 total. You can click it on the bottom.
It's kind of overkill. Wait, where am I clicking?
So you can heal for 40 in heal. And then on the bottom, it says skill level 2 on the right and 6 bonds. You're going to hit the 12 all the way on the bottom as well.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
And then you
yeah.
also get a +1 to your next check. Or, yes, our bond is 1. So you get the power of our bond there. So I will go ahead and I will slam my staff on the ground and cast healing magic towards Enders. And that is my turn.
Wait a minute. Hold. I put the wrong thing. Okay. Wait, how much is I had 18?
52 total is what you're getting
And
healed
then you
for.
said 40. Then you said 12, right? Okay, there we go. And what was the other part?
You get a
Oh,
+1 to your next
+1.
check.
All right.
You said
Oh,
52?
Mm-hmm.
How?
Well, so the base healing is 40, and then
Oh, right. You
the
get the
6
bonus.
bonds
Gotcha.
at level
Gotcha,
2.
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to add 18 to that.
I forgot the
It's
base for
messed
the
up.
heal. It was 40.
Oh God, I keep messing up. This is so stupid.
So I was screwed up here.
Here we go.
This dragon actually gets 4 turns per round.
Oh, well, I guess it's no longer playing
That's what
around,
the 4
right?
meant next to it?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
if it's a villain, it goes in between every
Yeah.
round, basically.
Yeah, I goofed.
Also, if a villain appears on the scene, if this is one of them, we do get Fabula points.
You do.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Is it stackable or no?
Yes.
It is.
I think so.
Yep.
Let me just double check how much this is.
I
What's the max
believe
Fabula
it's
points you
just
can have?
a
This is
plus 1 for villains.
This is a minor villain. Let's see. Let me just see this because this is the first villain they've run into, chat. Sorry, give me 1 sec here. Fabula points, gaining Fabula points. Yeah, you each get 1 Fabula point. Okay. Let's see. Okay. This creature will then go ahead and I think we're gonna do another freezing breath here.
Uh-oh.
God.
Let's see. Thought I set this up to be random, but I will do this. There we go. Okay, that's why it wasn't working. I don't know. I thought I fixed that, but maybe it changed because I updated the system. Okay. Here we go. Did that work? That did not work. Sorry. Hold on. That does not count. Hold on. I am... How come this is not letting go of my selection? Must be because I updated it and now I can't get it to work. There we go. Okay. Let's try that one more time. Is this gonna work this time? Oh, because I updated the system and it broke everything. Cool, 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 cool. I see what happened. I see what happened.
Uh-oh.
That should be fun for me. Oh no. Oh no. I'm just realizing how much work I'm gonna have to do now. Okay. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. I spent so long adjusting things like 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna have to do it again. Alright. Is this gonna work? Let's try this one more time. Is it gonna hit? There we go. 3 people. It's aims at Muhn, Iris, and Bo.
Oh, and it hits me.
Yep. This is a hit on all 3 of you. And this is gonna do an additional 5 because you were shaken. So it is not just 25 cold damage, it is 30 cold damage. So please take an additional 5 damage.
So, as it hits me, the ice ripples off my body, and you kind of see my membrane start to almost take on like a geometric pattern, like crystals forming on like a, you know, a cave floor. As I turn even bluer, and now I'm resistant to ice because of my Ecdysis mutant spell thing.
Okay.
Bo?
What?
Are you? You're blue?
I've always been blue.
Extra blue?
Thanks for noticing. I'm in crisis, damn it.
I don't feel
Iris?
so good either.
Oh no.
All right.
I run over near to Iris.
Who is next?
I'll go. Tend to her. And I will then snap my fingers as the lightning arrow comes into my hands, and I prep this already, so I don't have to spend time doing it. And I will aim at the dragon and not press that button because that's the wrong one. Lord. Shoot it. There we go.
Okay. That is a hit. Enders, you unleash a bolt arrow this time. You see it sail right through this sort of rime that's dancing around this tide collar dragon, and it connects. You see it recoil in pain.
Yep. Same story, different monster.
Good hit.
I will check. Wait, is there a way for me to check off myself or no? Do I still do this? Okay, there it is. Hopefully that worked. Okay, spend the money.
Okay. Let's see. So I guess you have to do the you click twice
There you go.
for yourself.
I
I don't know how that works.
did
All
that
right,
work?
there we go. Okay.
Oh,
Tide Crawler Dragon's turn again, unfortunately. This time it is going to rush forward and God, I can't believe I have to adjust every single one of these now. Wait. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on, let me try this and see if this works automatically. Select nobody. Hey, it worked. All right, cool. That means I don't have to go insane. All right, Bo. It tries to snap at you with its piercing fangs and misses.
Oh. Careful, that's my membrane.
All right, who is next?
I guess it's me now. I'm going to bounce up in the air, boom, and then my eyes are going to kind of like do the whole Sonic the Hedgehog thing and become like one big eye as I stare down this creature, and I use that thing I got from that one hex eye before, Doom Gaze. Oh shit. There's 10, I guess, versus this magic defense.
That's a success.
Oh, okay. Well, it's dazed and weak now.
Amazing. Okay. We see, what does it look like when you cast a spell?
Again, so my eyes kind of merge together into one giant orb eye. It looks just like reminiscent of the Doom Gaze I got it from, as then this weird laser just emanates from the center of this pupil that's crafted in the center of myself and zaps straight into it like a weird gamma ray, but not Hulk-like, more like just please die.
It sort of
death beam with no damage.
It basically takes it like full in the face, like it's staring at you like you're prey. You know, like you're essentially a small slime to this creature, so it's looking at all of you like prey, and it's disregarding you as being a real threat. Like you've only really just scratched this thing so far, and as it does, you hit it like full in the face, and its eyes go like a little cross-eyed for a second as it recoils from this Doom Gaze. Okay. Its turn now. It will go for another Piercing Fangs attack. This time towards Iris.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Now-
Never mind, I got 11 on me. Never mind. Sorry, I'm stupid.
Before this hits, am I able to use a Fabula point to alter the story?
How would you like to do it?
Well, I was thinking that perhaps we have a little somebody show up. Perhaps a new arcanum that I have not had the chance to bind and that I've never had any sort of inclination existed in this area to try and hold off this creature while we try to get the fuck out of here.
Very well. You are going to spend a Fabula point. And this is going to be you think this is going to be the one that you mentioned, huh?
I have no idea. I'm just hoping something shows up.
Yeah. Okay. So, what happens here is we see this tide collar dragon immediately turn towards the mouth of the cave. And there is this moment where you hear this cracking. Large popping sound. Various shattering of icicles. And you can feel it start to get warmer in here. There's a layer of moisture that begins to develop on the ice throughout. There's a connection that you feel here, Iris. Sort of bond. Something is coming. You feel this warmth through all this cold beginning to rise up in your chest. There is a lot of things happening right now, but if anybody was looking at Iris's eyes, you might see them flicker for a moment. They change color for just a moment. Something is coming, Iris. You can feel it in your bones, but it is not here yet. Okay.
Do you all sense this?
Sense what?
What? And I think that's when
Impending
I get fucking
doom?
whacked, right?
That is exactly when you're hit, Iris. You're hit hard.
I said something.
Those are teeth.
Unless anybody would like to do something.
Oh, I'm right in front of her, so I attempt to protect Iris to the best of my ability.
Very well. Muhn hops in front. Instead, Muhn, you're going to take this 23 physical damage.
Thank you.
Of course. Oh, what do you mean? What's going on?
I don't know. I sensed something.
Whose turn is next? Muhn
Either
or
Muhn
Iris?
or Iris, right?
I'll go. And I kind of like get back up. Oh. And all I know is have these two shields at my sides, and where is everybody else in relation to the tide collar right now?
I think what's on screen is more or less where I am, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I am not certain that I want to do anything because running right up to this thing doesn't seem to do a whole lot. But if I could prepare, I don't know, maybe use not protect, but
Guard?
Guard?
Yes, I think guard would probably be what I would be able to do here. So
Absolutely.
yeah, just use my turn to guard, really.
God who?
At this point, I think it would have to be Iris.
Okay.
Okay. You should be able to.
She's also the one that's healing us, so we have to keep that in mind.
You should be able to set your guard condition basically on yourself as a little shield.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Guard.
Okay. All right. That's it for Muhn's turn. The Tidecaller Dragon shall go again. It rears back and will attempt to attack with its piercing fangs yet again. This is towards you, Enders. It rushes forward, snake-like head moving about. Muhn is preparing to protect Iris, and I think it glances towards Muhn for a second. Yeah, it looks a little bit wary of Muhn for a moment and sort of adjusts its posture as it's rushing towards you. Loses track of you for a second, and it snaps where you were. You sort of tumble out of the way, and this creature is looking strangely at Muhn. Iris, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and... Are we sure I didn't... Was the heal for Enders not in this round, actually? No, it wasn't?
I don't think it was, no.
It wasn't.
Okay.
No, this is a new turn.
I am clutching onto my staff, trying to hold myself up, and I am going to go ahead and cast heal.
It was. This is only round 2 still, right?
No, you're good. You didn't heal this turn.
Okay. I am
It's
immediately
just the
going...
display is fucked because I was trying to get used to this new shit.
Great. I'm going to cast heal on myself, on Muhn, and on Bo. Now, you all get the same amount of healing, so it is 40 for the base. And once you apply that, afterwards, there are a couple of other things that we have to apply. So the first thing, I'll post here to make sure it's nice and slow so you heal.
I'm at full health. Sorry.
Perfect. So it is 52 total, but 40 for the base heal, and then 12 for the 6 bonds at skill level 2 for healing power. And I am going to go ahead and give the
Make sure you spend the MP.
Of course, yes. Yes. So that brings me to 37, I believe. And that is going to go ahead and be support magic on... I'll give it to Bo this time around since he's been attacking. So that is a +2 because that is our bond strength to your next check.
Oh, okay.
Do we wish to stay and fight, or are we...
What does it taste like?
I don't know.
I'm still looking at this thing in the eye like... It's looking at me weird.
It's at this time
Finish it.
that Rue arrives.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I have my special pre-combat bullshit happen before my turn?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. You hear a Nya! As I spend 10 MP and use high speed to do a free attack. Coming from the shadows of the cave mouth, my bladed rose is cut through.
Okay. Let's see. So your high speed bullshit. Yeah, you get a free attack. That is a hit. Absolutely.
And then as I swing into view, I spin in a circle and I let loose on presumably now my turn another bladed rose.
So I don't think you get to go right now because the creature goes first in the round.
Okay, just kidding. We're gonna save that roll I just did for later.
No, unfortunately.
Yes, because it hit. Okay. All right. I'll wait my turn.
Okay. All right. The Tidecaller Dragon. You can see it is rearing back for another freezing breath.
And I yell to Rue, Rue, it's freezing. Be careful.
Enders, Bo, and Rue. You are hit by another freezing breath. If you are shaken, you take 26 cold damage. If you're not shaken, you take 21.
How long are we shaking for? Is it per?
Oh, it's the
turn?
whole thing, unless you're cured of it.
scene.
Unless it's
Yeah, the whole
cleansed,
scene.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So it's also shaken and all that stuff.
Yep.
So I am resistant to ice now. So how much damage did I take?
If you have set your character to resistant to
Effects.
ice, you should be able to just do the damage to yourself, and it
Okay.
should be applied correctly.
Right. Applies to select token. Is that what I press?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
on top of the 10,
Mm-hmm.
let me see.
Oh,
Should
so
be an
right
additional
there in
2.
the text
Okay.
was resistant to ice and lost 10
Mm.
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of the 21.
Should be an additional
cool.
2, Bo.
Okay.
Okay. The frost breath freezes several of you again. This horrific cold envelops you. You feel the pain, and you sense this creature's unyielding and unwavering ferocity. Whose turn is next?
I'm gonna go first, if that's okay, because I'm just going to say, I can do something. Just buy me some time. I'm gonna dig into my inventory and pull out a blue pot and drink it.
Okay.
Wait, that didn't work. I targeted the freaking dragon. Does that matter? Oh, it does. Oh, I didn't
Hopefully
use
the
it
dragon doesn't
twice.
have mana.
Ew, can I reverse that?
So all you do is just you click yourself, and you just do the.
Yeah.
So in the description, it's got up 50 MP. You just click that.
Yeah, it just took 2 IP points out. Let me see. I spent 3. Okay, here we go. All right, good to go.
There you go. Enders, your thoughts are cleared. Whenever anybody gets low on mind points, you feel like a headache just getting worse and worse. Like if you go down to 0 mind points, we're talking the worst headache you've ever had in your life. And it just went away, Enders. It's just gone. Clear thoughts. And you remember, whenever you're at full health or full mind points, you all feel so much better than you normally would. It's like all the little aches and pains are gone. Any sort of headache that you might have, any conflicting thoughts that you might have, all that stuff is just kind of washed away when everything is back to full.
All right. And I'll clap my hands together and start forming runes as everyone else goes.
Okay.
I think I'll go next then.
Tide Caller goes.
After you.
Tide
Bo
Caller
says to the dragon.
is going to rear back and try for another piercing fang attack. Misses with a critical fumble as it attempts to attack you, Iris. Let's see here. I think I'm going to use my special bullshit now.
Oh,
Yeah.
reverse Fabula point.
Yep. It gets to
Well,
use.
fumbles you can't re-roll unless villains have special rolls.
Well, let's see.
Another caller.
Try to
dragon
save us,
goes
guys.
up.
Try to save us.
Two
So
of them.
villains have Ultima points. Let me just see if the same rules apply for this.
Wait a minute. That's the name of the system. You're making this up.
Title drop.
Title drop.
So it does follow the same rules. It cannot re-roll the fumble. Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yep. Okay. Yep, that is a horrible, horrible miss. Effectively, as it goes for the piercing attack on you, Iris, it probably slips on the ice. It's just embarrassing, frankly. I mean, this is what this creature does. To slip on the ice is just embarrassing. It must be the fact that a lot of the ice has kind of receded a little bit. There's a lot of water on top now. What's that about? As it misses, who's going next?
So I want to attack it now. And so I will swing my, my pseudopod at the creature, trying to whip at it
With a +2.
with a +2. So 11 to whip at
It's a
it.
hit.
Okay, 18 points of whip at it damage. And then on top of that, because what is a slime and all that, what happens next is what does happen next? I don't know. So what happens next is that, well, I want to invoke this thing I've got, which is Genoclepsis. So now the DM needs to tell me what species this thing is, and what does it taste like? Maybe not later, but what species is this thing? And like, what therioforms does it have? If you don't remember what that is, it's now in the chat. In the chat, there we go. What therioform it is. So, for the audience, a therioform is a really complicated way of saying, what kind of thing is it? Is it a flying thing? An aquatic thing? Is it massive and strong? And the DM basically tells me if it's one or two of those things from a list. And I have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 14 different things that it could have.
Okay, let's see.
So for instance, amphibia is for anything that's a frog or a salamander or an aquatic monster or something that regenerates. I'm just filibustering for chat as you read. Electrophora is for electric creatures and stuff like that. And each one of these things will then give me a buff of some sort depending on what he chooses.
Yeah, so this is going to count as amphibia. It's going to count as, I think Arpactida.
Arpactida?
Yeah, because it's a hunting creature.
Mm-hmm.
And Pneumophora.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to sprout wings again using Pneumophora, and now I'm just floating in the air, like flapping. I'm looking like part dragon, part slime. You've seen it before. It's more like a suggestion of a dragon, and I'm about the same size as I was before. So like, you know, a little like drakeling kind of thing. But
Is it drippy?
oh, you bet. Because I have to now spend a third of my hit points to do this. So that's the dripping part, I guess.
Oh,
Oh, that should be fine. You definitely won't die.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, what?
Ah?
Huh?
Okay.
What?
And that's my turn.
Okay. How high up are you? The ceiling is probably 20 feet.
I mean, I'm not really high up or anything at all like that. I'm still like maybe head height to everybody else. It's just now I'm a flying creature, which means that I can't be bitten.
Sure, we'll say 6. Okay. Yes. Alrighty. That is it for Bo's turn. The Tide Caller Dragon is going to go next. It will rear back and attempt to Piercing Fangs. It's Bo. I'm going to reroll. Aiming towards Rue. This is a miss, Rue, as you see the snake-like head of this dragon rush towards you quickly. You manage to tumble out of the way as it snaps its teeth towards you.
Not fast enough.
That is a miss. Who's next?
I'll respond by whipping out more bleeded roses. Yeah! That is a hit.
A hit, yes. Okay, you can see the shuriken style of these bladed roses. They penetrate, like you found a spot in between the scales, but they don't sink too deeply in. What you can tell, this creature does not look very hurt.
Oh. And then I'll scurry off to the side, trying to make some distance.
Okie dokie.
That's my turn.
I'm sorry, Rue. I forgot to add you to the turn order. My bad. There you go.
That's okay. Thank you.
Okay. the Tidecaller Dragon's turn. It is going to look around at all of you again, and it's going to try and throw out another freezing breath. How come that did not show up on stream? What is going on? Did I disconnect?
No.
Please, no.
I don't know why it didn't show on stream.
I can't apply the damage either. It says no actor selected. Maybe that's.
Oh, make sure. Yeah, you gotta select yourself. Okay, but Muhn and Enders, you are hit by the freezing breath. Rue, you managed to avoid this. You see the rime coalescing in the air, and sort of like ice shards begin to form, and like darts of ice penetrate past Enders and Muhn's defenses as they are riddled for 21 plus 5 cold damage.
I'm hitting the heart next to my name and the one down there, and it's still not working.
I can do it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll refresh
An
just in
additional
case.
5. Okay. Muhn,
Right,
you are able to kind of endure a lot of this. You have both of your shields kind of protecting as much as possible. You're still hit by much of this ice. Who is next?
I think that's me. I take my shields. All I know how to do at this point, stare at this thing right in the face, and comically kind of run up and just punch it some more, even though it feels like I'm just kind of chipping away at ice. And I attempt to use twin shields on it.
Okay.
Make sure I target. Okay. It's a hit.
Okay, I don't know why the rolls aren't showing in the chat log. Let me try and redo this.
Show of us. Not them. That's weird.
Might not work with the mod that I have installed for pop out or something. No, it's still not updating properly. I will try and refresh. Let's see if we can get those working for you, chat. I'm sorry. I don't want that's just stopped working. Okay. Muhn, you rush up and attack. And yes,
And, like,
you
barely anything.
connect. You can see the dragon is staring at you, watching. As all of you see Muhn like rushing up, like things are. She's attacking. You've seen Muhn attack normally many times now versus many creatures. The shields are connecting, and with each strike, there's kind of like a dull thud where the shield connects. The dragon's kind of looking down, and the dragon rears back, and you begin to see this sort of glow begin to emanate from Muhn.
I've seen you before. And I look at this dragon and I start studying it. And I stand up just a little bit taller. Do I notice anything different about this dragon? Does it look weird or like it wants to back off or anything?
It's staring at you very strangely. It almost looks scared of you, Muhn.
I'm just kind of locking eyes with it. I look back at the group. You guys okay?
I think so. Dripping.
Holding wounds.
I don't think so.
I take
What's
a big
it
breath.
doing now?
I don't know, but I don't like it. And both of my feet are kind of planted on the ground, and I just feel this sense of swelling, but I can't describe it. It's like an energy that's just palpable. And you can kind of see that I'm like looking at this thing and it's looking at me. And all of a sudden, my eyes just pop open and I start laughing.
Muhn?
Protection!
The icicles throughout the cave begin to crack. You all feel this immense pressure build up around you. You can feel the sort of massive voice of Muhn overwhelm you for a second. You all feel the instinctive need to cover your ears as you feel
I have no ears. This hurts.
this impressive pressure from Muhn. And what do you do?
I kind of open my eyes like, oh. And I look around. Is everybody okay?
Are you okay? Do you need a lozenge or something? That was loud.
And I look behind me, and there's this steaming pile of dragon scales and like almost lumpy flesh that looks like it was blue, but now it's kind of purple and it's all the way back in a corner. And I'm not sure how it got there, but I at some point it must have gone over there. And so I'm looking at it like, that was, oh. Are you guys okay?
I'm just staring mouth agape.
I look down at my hands, and they're just covered in this weird goo, and it's dripping all down my shield, and it's splattered all over my clothes, and there's even like a little bit that's like kind of like on the wings, and it's just kind of everywhere, but I just notice it, and then I suddenly what happened? What happened? I drop my shield.
Dragon is left a heap where Muhn points.
Wait,
There
is
is
the
no-
dragon now the goo?
There is no rainbow smoke. Things grow quiet.
I'm stepping in a puddle because the ice is melting everywhere.
What just happened?
I don't know. I step through the puddles and I walk over to the dragon to inspect it, and I smell it. And it smells like this weird eggy meat.
Eggy meat.
Oh, do you want to taste it?
I flutter towards Muhn, and then I land on her head, and I kind of roll about and Katamari onto her, kind of like, because there's all like stuff on her anyway. So I'm like a lint roller right now, just, you know, keeping the helmet, you know, clean. Anyway, so I, what, does it taste like anything? I mean, like, what is it, Whack? What is this goo I've just gone ahead and eaten? Is it bits of dragon? Why is it eggy? What is life without a tongue and the need of a DM to explain what things taste like? Maybe.
tastes pretty vile for you.
I think when I take it in, you kind of see my membrane start to like ripple, and then it flies out of me. But not like that.
I shake myself free of what I just saw, because I've kind of just been staring, and I am rushing over to Ender's and immediately casting healing magic upon Ender's, Rue, and Bo.
Oh,
All
hi.
right, Ender's.
Yeah,
Hovering a hand over you.
It's a scratch.
Oh
Fine.
no, it is not. It is not a scratch.
I don't
That's
feel
more of a
it.
gouge,
I
a
don't
really
feel
big
anything
gouge.
past my fingertips. It's quite nice.
You can count how many teeth it has on your body. That's funny. Or had. It's
Yep.
very dead now.
Okay.
I kind of pick off a scale, and it's like slimy as it comes off. And I
So,
look at the scale like it's like glass almost, and I drop it.
So what happened? Did that happen because you did that, or did that happen because that's what it was?
Well, I was hoping you could tell me, actually.
DM, would I have any idea what this is in the context of the game we're from?
You've never seen anything like this.
I've never seen anything like that before. That's disgusting. I think.
I don't think this was one of your signature moves. I don't recognize this.
I don't.
I'm fairly certain discombobulating punch was not in the manual. Otherwise, I would have picked that class.
What about our quest log? And I'm going to go ahead and open up the interface to try to see if I can see any changes.
Yeah.
I think we missed that boat.
The
Carriage.
quest failed.
Does it say why we failed the quest?
No.
Wait, what quest has failed?
Your quest to find the cause of the
dead people.
Yeah, the
Oh,
carriage.
Okay, all right. Well, things happen. We gotta
Is
get a
the section
Dracula.
about proof or anything still available, or is everything crossed out?
The entire quest is just marked as failed for you.
And about how much time has passed?
If you rush back, you might be able to get back in time.
We
Bo is. Sorry, go on.
we should go.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. I'll
I'll
pick
help you
myself
to
up.
your feet.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Bo or me or I'm trying to think back to, again, the game we're from. And, so, in it, let's say that you're level 20 and you have a friend who's level 50. In some MMOs, there's a catch-up mechanics and also, like, I suppose, scaling mechanics too, where, like, if somebody who's higher level joins you, they then are a lower level as they're playing with you, as to make the game not unfun. Like Muhn just did a slap bang on the dragon and it turned into ass and we didn't get any experience, and it kind of makes me think of a thing like that. Like she broke a barrier or something, and for a second she was like a higher level, and then it died, and it cheated, right? So that's why we didn't get any experience. The quest failed because we had like outside interference for somebody who were higher level. And she didn't have the quest in the first place either, because reasons, which I don't know yet. I think, I'm thinking out loud, but also speaking to the DM, but also I think I'm going to turn to Muhn and go, Muhn,
Yes, Bo.
do you have any quests?
I look at my quest log.
You have a quest for
Wait.
the Emberstone theft.
Oh, yeah, I have the Emberstone theft quest.
Okay.
I don't have any And as I say this, one of the eyes on the dragons explodes. And just like acid everywhere. Just the Emberstone quest.
Okay. Well, we gotta go before we miss the thing. Miss the
Caravan.
Enders is at the door, entranceway. He looks
Yes.
really, fed up with me.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We should go. And I'm kind of blinking and shaking my head, and I'm glancing between Muhn, and I look towards the ice that is melted, and I'm very confused. I never felt that feeling before.
Yeah.
The one that I felt during this fight.
There's when you look into the rapidly melting ice, Iris, you think you can see an image of something. There's a I guess a silhouette or shape.
I
Looks
step
like a
closer.
a tall, imposing humanoid sort of figure, but they look different. They look like they are not quite human. Look like they're maybe made of metal.
Do any of you see that?
Huh?
Hmm?
What?
Hmm.
And then I suppose
No.
they would just see me stepping forward towards this figure and kind of leaning down, looking towards where it's showing. It shows kind of below the surface.
Yeah. It's clouded, but you can make out some of the features. There's a looks like glowing embers moving throughout this metallic sort of shape.
Huh. None of you see this.
Do we see this
Do we?
figure?
You do not?
What, Iris?
I am just going to shake my imagination free and blink a lot, and I'll get up and I'll step back, kind of startled that nobody else is seeing this. Maybe we should go. Maybe we should.
Yes. We have to. We should probably leave this cave.
Right.
I take another look at the dragon. And then start walking out.
I'll linger for a moment, kind of like trying to see if there's any sort of movement or anything.
Raises up a hammer. And you think it salutes you. You hear this sort of rumbling voice.
Is not yet formed. Soon, little one.
I'm going to rub my eyes and just back up and try to catch up with the others.
Okay. I will have a group check. If you are all trying to haul ass back to the caravan, we will do a might and dex check.
Group check? Okay.
Group check.
Well,
This is might and dex based.
I'll roll it.
Okay.
What's the difficulty?
We're gonna call it 12.
12. And that's the group check difficulty?
This is the group check.
Okay.
And support is 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And make sure we all remove the shaken things since we
You're
are
no
out
longer
of
shaken.
combat.
Any effects that lasted for a scene are over now.
Oh, speaking of, I'm gonna spend 10 mana in order to keep having wings.
Oh, it's not letting me support it. I'm gonna refresh very quickly.
Okay. Yeah, I think there was like a
Apologies.
weird issue because I had to refresh a few of mine
Make sure
during
Party
that fight
Virus.
stuff. I couldn't click on stuff. So it was like not working.
That is a 3 failure for my support.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Okay.
That's a 10 failure for me.
So, as you all do your best to rush back, you struggle with some of the terrain. Maybe a few of you are still feeling the effects of the fight or the mental fatigue. Regardless, you're a little bit slow returning to Skaldmere. Upon reaching the border, where or I shouldn't say the border, the checkpoint into town, you are stopped by the patrol there that you spoke to previously when you set out on this. Hail! Did you find the problem?
In a matter of speaking,
Yes.
Where is the evidence?
Destroyed. There was a massive creature there. Some sort of ice dragon?
wait, could the evidence technique, how fucked up are your clothes? And is it evident that you've been, like, I don't know, ice damaged?
My clothes are fine. Ender's clothes.
Got a little bit of freezer burn on him.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah, there should be some holes in areas.
It was what was like a icy kind of frost creature, so it melted when we killed it. But look at how spectacularly fucked up he looks.
Where's
Icy damage spectacular. Sorry, it's my flying form. It makes me I'm much more flippant with my words in this form, apparently.
Well, if there's no evidence that this damage was related to this supposed crime that took place, to be fair, I did send the patrol out and they found the carriage and whatnot, but I'm sorry, I can't give you any sort of reward for this.
Yep.
What sort of thing were you looking for exactly?
I'm not quite sure. If you said that they were bandits, I was hoping to find, well, some of the lost items that were aboard the carriage, perhaps, or maybe a bandit themselves.
On our way out, did we notice whether or not the barrels were still there?
I don't think you looked.
Well, I'll just say, well, when we went inside, we were very, very injured afterwards, so we rushed to leave. We have to actually get going. There were some...
Injured from what? Did you run into the bandits?
Fighting a dragon.
I'm sorry?
Oh, ixnay on that. we were dragged in there, but there was a big icy elemental creature. It killed a whole bunch of people. There's a
Gonna need an
location.
insight and willpower check. I'll take a group check from whoever wants to participate in this.
You know what?
I'm not.
Bo doesn't lie. I'm innocent and sweet. I'm gonna keep quiet.
Insight and willpower.
I'll start
Difficulty.
it.
So is it? I'm not trying to lie or anything. Is that what the
No,
group check
but
is
Just-
for?
Yeah, it's
If
just the
you do tell them we
conversation.
fight a dragon, they're going to get really dragony
Well, it
about it.
attacked us.
The difficulty is going to be. I'm going to say 12.
I'm not rolling. So you can close it whenever you're ready.
Yeah. Rue, let's see. Yeah, that's already counting a +4. What do you mean you were fighting a dragon? What kind of dragon? Where?
I don't know, and I look over to Muhn. I mean, we were attacked.
You were attacked by a dragon?
Like chapstick.
Yes, but it flew away, so we were really the ones that were, imposing, and we should not have stepped into its home or habitat.
And looks over everybody. Where
I
was
got goo
this?
all over me.
Where was this?
There were tracks leaving the site. There should be, if they're still there, some barrels that were the perfumers.
Do we get a reward now?
The dragon flew away?
Uh-huh.
In a matter of speaking.
We will investigate things. And
Of
if
course.
things are as you say, perhaps a reward might still be on the table.
Oh boy. We have.
Of course, we're just looking to get to where we have to go. At the moment, we have a caravan waiting, but,
Caravan? There was one that just left, going to Verox.
oh,
I mean, how fast is a caravan anyway? Can we catch up with it?
It's fast.
Oh,
It was
it was a good one.
Yep. Bite my tongue and I lean against a tree.
I have, a communication scroll with the person that was running the caravan.
Yasmina.
What was their name? Yasmin, yes. I will check the communication scroll. Did they send anything?
Yeah. You would have seen on the communication scroll. And I imagine the way that it works is it rolls itself up, like after you're done. You know, like when you have like a thick piece of paper or something and it sort of retains that shape. After it's done, it sort of seals itself back up. And you can see the when you have something awaiting your reply, there's probably the seal changes on the scroll. I imagine that it changes color. So there's one when you have replied and it'll be green, and then when you have not replied, it is red. You open it up and you see, I told you we couldn't wait for you. We had to leave. If you can catch up, great, but we can't stop.
Right. Well, I suppose I'll let Yasmin know to leave the communication scroll somewhere for me to pick it up when we get to our destination, but we're gonna have to look for other transport.
I look at the guard, and I kind of not wink at him, but I ask, so how long ago was the caravan here, though? I mean, it wasn't too long, right?
Maybe 10 minutes.
I look at the group. I don't know if we can run that fast.
I can fly. Maybe I can catch up and then, I don't know, stop them?
Doesn't matter.
They're not
going to
gonna
stop
wait.
us. It's made it quite clear that if we weren't where we were supposed to be, they're going to go. They have business to attend to. I really wish we didn't go in there. Well, time to walk.
If we really think
Time to-
walking is the best.
The old-fashioned way, I guess.
Must be nice.
Just don't
Well-
think we should probably stop along the way. If we even notice something else happening out of order, and let these guards do their duty.
I will use another Fabula point, bringing me to 0, for there to be a message from Yasmin that she kind of sends again, saying that one of the parts needs to be fixed at the moment. So they're stopped on the road, and they're 10 minutes out if we can catch up.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, there's probably just another well, she wouldn't be able to send a message until you replied to the previous
Yes,
one.
I was going to ask her to
Yeah.
leave the what is it, the tablet
Yeah.
at some place for me to pick it up.
Yeah. So yeah, it's exactly that. Lucky for you, it looks like the tire, one of our tires just went flat. We're gonna have to change it out. If you can get here, we'll probably be gone in 15 minutes.
I want to spend... Oh, go on.
No, go on.
I wanted to spend a Fabula point so that someone from House Gaffron from the kitchens actually did prepare that cockatrice and was coming to deliver it to me by hand. Cockatrice ex machina.
Yeah. So I think what we'll say is there's probably just like a package or something waiting for you in town. And yeah, it's probably like one of the border guards. You're not a companion or anything, are you? As they walk up to you, Bo.
What's that supposed to mean?
You are a hero, then.
Yes, apparently, on my passport.
Your name is Bo?
For sure. Mm-hmm.
We have a package for you. Smells horrible.
Really?
Well, yes, it's wrapped in butcher paper, but from what I understand, it is properly prepared cockatrice.
It's here! I grab it with a pseudopod, and I just like, thank you, and I'm already leaving back to the group.
Sure.
I'm holding up my communication scroll. Look! It seems that they have been indisposed for a moment. We can catch up. They're close by.
Do we just book it?
Let's go. Yes, we should have enough time.
I
look
start
around.
running.
Oh, okay. I start following Rue.
Same.
I land on Muhn's head with a parcel in a pseudopod. It's like a carrot on a stick.
Okay. You begin to haul ass. Since a Fabula point was used here, I'm not going to make you do another roll for this.
Bless you.
But we will say that you probably arrived just as the caravan's about to leave. Like, again.
Wait!
there you are. Well, come on then.
Thank you.
Take it in without delay.
Listen, you're going to have to. We had seats ready for you, but somebody else took them, so you'll have to get with the cargo.
That's okay. And we kind of like scrunch on in, like, excuse us. Sorry, excuse us. I kind of like I squeeze next to this very frail looking person that just looks disgusted that I'm there right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How does it look? I mean, does it have? Is it like?
So it's not. It's not like
attachments?
It's not like a tall box truck. It's more wide, right? Like it's a wide sort of box truck look. It's very different than we would see here, right? You know how like they make cars a certain width so that they can fit on all roads, etc. This one doesn't really seem to give a shit. It's not. It wouldn't fit in one lane. It'd be more like a lane and a half of traffic. So it's quite wide. Yeah, there's crates and stuff in there. I mean, basically, you're just trying to find like a comfortable crate to sit against or on.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go with the crates. I'll allow the ladies to have whatever seat.
Excellent.
I'll be in the back.
And before I get on, I'll just ask Yasmin for the communication scroll back, since I intend to use it for others, since we're already together now.
It's your scroll. Do what you want with it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I will hop in the back. Oh, we made it.
Still picking like scabs and bits of dried nastiness off my pants. Oh, dude, why does it change color when it dries?
You know what I miss? I miss being able to pull our mounts from our inventories.
I had such a pretty unicorn.
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
remember
think.
what mine was.
Magic. The caravan gets underway. It's a surprisingly smooth ride. This thing's pretty nice. It's like it's some of the higher tech that you've seen thus far. And it's even nicer than that like party bus thing that was being used to go to the Gafran state. And you begin your journey.
Who's sitting across from me right now?
I'm on your head.
Okay. Are we all together or are we sitting
I'm
separately?
kind of wherever I'm just laid out on crates.
Okay.
I mean, I
But
could possibly hear, but I'm not close, I guess. I mean, I don't know where the crates are in relation to people, but I wouldn't think they're like this close.
Are we the
And there
only
are other
people in
people.
the cargo?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Smells weird in here.
Oh, that's this. And I wave the packet at Muhn.
It's
Oh, your
definitely
present.
that.
Oh, what is that?
Perfectly prepared cockatrice meat, baby.
Oh, from the Gafran estate?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hope that's still good.
I don't know.
It's been a couple of days.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that what aged meat's all about?
I guess.
So how are we doing this? Are we gonna just, I don't know, just have it raw, or can somebody cook? Because I don't really have the ability to do that.
I don't plan on eating any of that.
Yeah,
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
It's
They're
not
probably
already?
cooked already, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells like that.
Do not open that in here. It's gonna stink
Why?
up the whole place. It's gonna be
I
even
mean-
worse.
Apparently it already has. I mean, what kind of difference could it be?
Are there any,
See,
like,
I begin to
windows or holes?
bristle.
In the cargo hold, probably not.
No
I kinda
airflow
shriek
for the
into Moon's
cargo?
helmet.
That's dangerous. Who does that?
But there's like a back flap or something, or like a door.
Yeah, there's definitely a door, for
Oh,
sure.
I'm not opening that, so the cargo fall out. No. For some reason, I have a feeling that something will happen where we have to check to make sure the cargo doesn't go out. So I'm just going to leave this closed and throw up on Bo if need be. Okay, thanks.
Okay, so who wants some cockatrice?
I roll over.
Try it.
I take some linen and I plug my nose.
I've
got sensitive smelling.
Oh, the
I passed the-
masks.
The
We have the
masks?
masks from when we were in Syntharis. And I put my mask on.
Oh, I passed the baggie over to Muhn. You first.
Thank you. And I open up the bag just a little bit.
Yeah,
and take
so
a whiff.
yeah, it's wrapped in like butcher paper, with some twine around it. So it's kind of like it's a lot. It's a lot of food in there. It's like, you ever gone to like a super crazy barbecue place? And yeah, it's, they just give you this massive pile of meat. Yeah, it's cooked meat. It looks like, it's definitely got some kind of sauce on it.
I reach a hand in tentatively.
It's definitely like a greenish hue to the meat.
Well, haven't had green meat in a while. And I take a bite.
Sure.
But does it agree with you?
Let's see. Willpower and willpower. And this will be, you can just do a roll check. Actually, I'm sorry, I take that back. Might and willpower. Let's do might and willpower for this one.
Might and willpower.
Yeah, and this
What's
will be
the difficulty?
Let's call it 12.
Oh, so 12 success.
Yeah, it doesn't have any adverse effects. I'll let you decide how it tastes.
Initially it's a little like the welcoming flavor of Parmesan, and then it goes from Parmesan very quickly to Porta-John when you step into one of the porta potties. And it's everything that I can do to not vomit absolutely everywhere.
You are turning the color of the meat.
Wow.
Well, I've never had that before, but now I can say that I have.
Anyone else? I don't want to be selfish.
No, thank you. I've got my Darth Vader respirator on.
Oh, all right then.
All for you.
I think I got a hair in there. Ugh.
Go with hair like feathers in the meat.
All right, Bo, are you digging in?
Sure, I'm gonna just.
You just want
quaff the
Muhn to
entire
eat it? I
thing.
don't know. I never know with you.
She's my food friend. I'm gonna quaff the entire thing.
Oh yeah.
If she's done with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Okay.
yours, buddy.
Might and willpower. Difficulty 12.
Might
Roll a
and
check.
willpower.
Yep.
Okay. Might, willpower, difficulty 12. I want to spend a Fabula point to re-roll.
Of course you do.
Okay. Why? What are you using?
So I'm going to invoke my, the theme, because this is a light-hearted moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Is that how it works?
I will take it for this. Sure. Yeah, I think that makes
success.
sense. Yep. Yeah, Bo, there's a second where you're like, where finally something like tastes a little off to you. And then you manage to, you wolf it down. And you if you have any like children like in your family that just decide, I want to cook for you, and then they just like obliterate a piece of toast and throw like a bunch of condiments on it, or it's one of those kinds of situations. Like it's not gonna kill you, but it's not. Why would you ever eat this again?
Huh. I think it might be an acquired taste, I say. I haven't changed tone or anything, but if you look at Bo, instead of being like a normal globe of like slime, I kind of look like and sound like I'm boiling.
Oh. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm. We should get more. I think.
You are rippling.
Yeah. I don't think you're
Thanks for
supposed to be.
Ooh. I suppose I am.
Are those the digestive enzymes in your body?
You know, I've never really looked inwards to see, but maybe.
Oh.
Okay, I guess that's just how you're gonna digest that. At
Guess
least
so.
it's mostly gone.
Special meat. Thank you, Wyke. That was amazing.
What's it taste like?
Huh. Cockatrice.
Ha!
Uh-huh.
Get it!
Right.
And I do like a fist bump, because I don't know if you're still on my head.
Slime bump.
Moon.
Pod bump. Pseudo bump. I pass over a pseudo bump at Moon.
Elephant in the carriage, so to speak. What was that?
Cockatrice. I've never had it before, but I hear it's a delicacy.
In the cave, are you all right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Of course.
Did something happen to you?
Well, I mean, I know that we didn't tell the guy the truth, but I don't know. One thing I was there, and the next thing I was looking at you guys.
Well, that's not lawman.
But I did feel, I guess, this sense of things are gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Did you black out or anything? You were...
I don't. I mean, I don't remember. I think I was hitting it with shields, and then that's all I really remember. I think I can sort of recall maybe hitting something, and I don't know, maybe feeling a little bit of give, like you're just hitting dirt or something. I don't know.
You kind of gave a whole new meaning to meat shield, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I wanted to protect you guys, and that was really what I guess.
Have you ever protected something into oblivion before? Just for my notes.
Well, I believe we saw that happen, did we not?
Or as in before this time?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't remember if it happened.
Do you think it's perhaps terrifying? If you don't know how it happened, maybe perhaps, I don't know, you could be on the toilet one day and all of a sudden blow yourself up or something, or... Christ, you fist bumped me. What if I popped?
Well, that would have sucked, because then I would have killed my friend.
Right, and I'd be dead.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that, but the dragon needed to die. That's all I was thinking. And
Right.
that I recognized it somehow.
What do you mean by recognizing it?
I don't
Did it
know,
look
it just
familiar?
seemed like, but you know how, like, when you see a mosquito and you're just like, bop.
Bop.
Yeah, like that.
At this point,
Like,
I
you have to,
retract
like,
my
I just
wings.
have to, like, I have to get rid of you. But I don't know what happened. It was just this, like, you're not going to be around any longer. Does that make sense? I don't know. It was just like this weird, just certainty, and maybe that's why I'm just not sure of how it happened.
You willed it out of existence?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so.
You killed it with your mind and turned it into indigestible gunk.
Sure. You were
that-
digesting it.
I tried to, but it kind of plapped out of me. I couldn't really keep it down. I tried to twice.
I'm glancing between Enders and Rue, just trying to gauge what the heck is going on.
I'm sitting in the corner of the cargo room with my knees drawn up, my arms wrapped around, and I'm mostly staring at Muhn. My ears have flattened.
I am trying to hold my facial expressions, but I have never been the one to be able to not. And I'm kind of like trying to not make eye contact with Muhn, but I feel like I don't know this person. But I'm not saying it out loud because who knows the next time she manically laughs and punches someone. So I'm just kind of like, find out weird things every day.
So, like, do you recognized it? Do you think you fought another one before? Or...
Probably. I want to say yes. But I have killed monsters before, so I'm just not so sure what's so concerning.
That was not simply killing. That was a massacre.
Well, right. Well, but I was protecting.
Yep.
And I didn't want anybody to die except the dragon, and that's all I was thinking.
We know.
Yeah, you did your job.
Yeah.
Right. And I look at Enders. You believe me, right? That I just want to help?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. You definitely you protected us. I mean, you did that. that's for sure. Yeah. Yep. It's the laughing that got me. Never heard you do that before. Yeah, you manically laughing. Voice was all kind of weird, like almost evil.
Well, yeah, that was...
God, I spoke too much.
It was like a different person took over almost.
I think I was in the midst of dying or whatever that was. So I mean, I could have just been hearing stuff.
Sure, yeah. I think that. I mean, that doesn't sound like me.
No, it doesn't at all. But you know what? We lived to tell the tale. And that's all that matters. Right?
Yeah. And I look at Iris. And Iris, for a second, you see me look desperate. But
Ooh.
you don't see anything else.
I seem caught off guard by this a little bit, but I soften my gaze towards you. It's all right. We are worried about you is all.
It's less worry, more extreme concern.
Yeah, concern me. This probably went from like here to Skybox, if there's one. But you know what? I'm concerned about me too. I got bit many a times, and
Right.
you know, I was like, am I going to experience death? Is this death? Respawn? I don't know. You know, it's quite a thing. I really did not want to go inside that cave, by the way, but didn't want to do it. I knew it. I saw it, smelled it, didn't want to.
I'll be honest. I'm worried about how that thing almost killed Enders. Took a great big bite out of a few of other of us.
We had a healer.
No, but if you could do that to something that, if you weren't there, would have taken us out, then what happens if we encounter something that you're scared of?
And at this, I kind of look at the floor.
We're just not on the same level as you.
I mean,
I think quite literally.
Well, that's why we stick together.
right. I mean, Muhn's basically emperor level, right? Or empress, or, you know, she could rule an entire kingdom if she wanted to, right? With a fist that could punch things into living arse.
I don't know. I mean,
Or
you're not
dead.
concerned for the fact that this moon that's sitting in front of us was doing the same amount of damage as we were, and then boo 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 boo, something happened, and next thing you know, it was dead in the blink of an eye. I looked down. I was like, oh, I'm losing blood. Looked up, and there was nothing. I was so confused.
I'm not saying that I don't want you here. No.
Oh,
The
heavens
opposite,
no, we're
but-
just talking.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm just scared about what you've been through.
I'm more afraid of what you're going through. You don't seem to know, and that's concerning.
I think when the wagon stops next, if they stop for a break, I think maybe perhaps I have some experiments we could run or something, Muhn, you know? Like, just to see how bad things really are.
But what do you mean?
Well, normally, when we, kill things, it tastes like naan bread, you know? Like, all that pink stuff flies out, and, you know, it just feels the best. But that time around, nothing happened, and it was kind of disappointing. I wonder if that's just how life is now. So I was gonna maybe perhaps, I don't know, like, find a boar or something. And see what happens.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps there is some ritual or something we could do as well to figure things out.
Sure.
Maybe. But I honestly think that maybe perhaps we need to focus on you, Muhn, because, I don't know, I feel weird.
Why do you feel weird?
Feel weird.
I mean, this whole
because
situation is weird, but
well, you know, I think that proximity-wise, I'm rather quite close to Muhn, and I feel like maybe perhaps it's been really weird up here recently.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing. Moon's memory seems to be all over the place. But let's just say, if we take a gander, 10 years of a lot of things probably happen. Can build up in a person, and we don't know what kind of effects it might have on them.
We'll figure it out
Right.
together.
But
If you let us.
I can't help but feel. Don't take this the wrong day. Please don't punch me. I don't feel like you're telling us everything.
I'm telling you everything I know. Especially when you're concerned about it. You guys have been saying that you're concerned for some time, but we're all still here. And to my knowledge, we're okay.
Yeah.
But there are many levels to being okay. There is not just the physical.
Right.
I feel like maybe perhaps, I don't know, maybe is there a spell on you or something? Like, you keep forgetting things that you really shouldn't forget, like about attacking things and being things and doing things. And I don't know, maybe perhaps, I don't know, do we have like, I don't know, Iris, do you have brain magic? Like, do you have like a brain lozenge for her to maybe perhaps, I don't know, remember things? Or, I don't know, like...
Well,
That's a good point. Maybe you've got a connection to something, or something's got a connection to you and it's affecting you.
Maybe? I don't know. That's where it's you guys are freaking me out.
Okay. Let's slow down.
You say that I'm losing my memory, but what do I say to that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Moon, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
I'm sorry. I don't remember it, but I.
You know, we're kind of backing her in a corner here without intentionally doing it. It's okay. It's all out of concern and love. I'm sure we're all going through some things.
Iris, if you want to help me remember, I'd really try my hardest.
Well, don't hurt yourself. There might be something that we might be able to do. I think now is not the time for it.
And I don't think it's a good thing to. Maybe she doesn't need to remember right now.
But we can see if there's something interfering with her.
Well,
perhaps some separate entity or something as well.
What if it makes things worse?
Well, like you said, Muhn, we're fine now. We're okay right now.
We're alive. That's all that matters.
Maybe we should just focus on that for now.
We made the carriage. Thanks to Iris and getting that letter, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, and now we know you have a new trick, and it's just... I kind of want to know what the extent of those tricks are, but at the same time, I don't care. I care about you, but I don't care about whether or not if it's like a bad thing or not, because as long as you're happy, then I'm happy.
Okay. And I also lean back.
Are we there yet?
No, it's gonna be a while. Just imagine us having to do this on foot. Remember days versus weeks. Yeah. But we gotta stop for some bladder checks, hopefully, because if not, then Bo, you're the next best thing.
So we can advance a little bit here. We can fast forward a little bit on this travel, on this trip. It's 2 days. They told you 2 days in this caravan to Verox. And then from Verox through Alanshu to Drakmor. That's going to take longer. You have to figure out transportation effectively after Verox. So, who wants to make a travel roll for me?
I will.
Okay, hang on. Let's see what you're rolling. Okay, this is going to be... roll me a d6, please.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Okay. You are going to take, essentially, a full extra day to arrive at Verox. The caravan runs through some pretty horrible terrain, and essentially repairs need to be made. You are delayed before you arrive to Verox by 1 day. It's annoying. Things kind of they get a little heated in the caravan. There are a few people that were riding to Verox as well that are just kind of upset, and they have been essentially screwed over because of a day. So there's some fighting that happens with Yasmin, and a lot of grumpiness. When it's just that awkward, uncomfortable road trip that you're stuck on. You got no other choice except to get out and walk, really. It's one of those kinds of situations, and it's just freaking awkward, man. So the last day, I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna penalize some. I'm gonna penalize probably. Muhn, roll me a D2. Let's see.
A D2.
Yep. Okay. Mind points. Everybody's going to lose 12 mind points.
Oh.
I'm losing my mind. What happens if we go to 0? Do we die?
You do not. You have a horrible migraine.
Oh.
I don't know how that feels for you, Bo. You can interpret that how you like.
Stop, I guess, boiling more, maybe.
Yeah. But this last day of travel to Verox has been so annoying and horrible. Eventually, you can see the city on the horizon. It's much smaller than Skaldmere. It's much smaller than like what you might expect for this place. It's kind of it looks to be, from what you can tell, like a they have to be probably like exporting very little stuff here. It's not nearly as impressive as Skaldmere. It doesn't look like the Gafran estate. There's like one area that looks super nice, and it has a bunch of greenery and stuff around it, and the rest of the place is like significantly poorer. You can tell immediately. Yasmin begins to unload the goods and sort of, I guess, points out a few different areas to you. If you're looking for further transport, I can recommend that you go to them over there. Right over there. That is that's one of the only transport services that I trust. I recommend, if you are in fact heading further on this journey. Did you tell Yasmin where you were going? Just out of curiosity.
I don't think so. I don't think we did.
Also, it's been 3 days, so I don't know if you talked.
I think we just said we would need to go to follow the trade route.
Okay. If you're going to further your journey, I'm not sure where you're headed, if you're going to Ashmount or what, but if you're going to further your journey anywhere, they have modes of transport. Probably not as good as our caravan here, but it depends on what you're doing. I recommend them.
Okay.
Thank you for the transportation. We appreciate it.
Apologies for the delay, but sometimes these things happen on the road.
Of course.
No, and thank you for sending that message to us so that we might be able to catch up with you as well. It was very helpful.
Yes, you were lucky that we had this inconvenience. Barring that, I suggest you try and be on time. People are very prompt here in Milifax.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, if that is all,
you have been here before?
Oh, to Verox? Yes, I make this trip very often. Once a
week.
week.
Do you know of any good places to eat, and perhaps any places we might be able to lay our heads down if needed?
Oh, yes. There are quite a few inns around the area. Do you see this one up there? The one with the tree on it?
Oh, yes, and the ivy pulling down from it?
Yes, that one there. Yes, that one's a little bit more expensive, but I think it's a little bit better than the rest in the town. There are some undesirables that make their way to Verox, just so you are aware. They have very precious little in the way of resources. This town is really built around an old mining trade that is, well, frankly, it's dried up. We used to have a silver mine here, and it's dried up.
Oh. Well, thank you for the information, and we'll let you be on your way. Unless you can point us in the direction of... And I look at the group. Elanshu.
Oh, Elanshu? Well, that is further east.
Is it lunch?
If you are traveling through Elanshu, I definitely recommend you get some good transportation. Spend the money.
All
you want to go through quickly, and it's... Well, they will most likely have some transport available to you. It will be more expensive, but a vehicle that handles the terrain very well will be required.
Okay.
I've traveled through there a few times. It's hazardous. There are lava flows. There are rock slides. It can be quite dangerous.
Sounds fun.
But yes, perhaps mention that when you are seeking transportation. You can mention my name. Almira is who you want to speak to there. It's Almira's transport.
Almira. All right.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Good luck, and well, may the Empress save you.
From what?
Whatever you run into.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. And at the mention of the Empress, I start kind of walking in another direction.
I guess that's where we're going, and I'll just follow her.
I don't know if we should stay. Should maybe stay the night. If it's going to be that dangerous, I've never been to a Lanshu.
I'll follow, and as we're moving, I'd like to keep my head on a swivel and see if people are paying attention to us or if we get tailed by any chance. Especially at the mention of there being undesirables in the area.
Yeah, give me insight, difficulty 12.
That's a 4.
Yeah, you're keeping your head on a swivel.
Hold on, I might re-roll this. I might try to invoke a trait here. Let's see. I'd like to invoke my identity of Slick Opportunist and upgrade that to also include people I might be able to rob.
Okay. Go ahead and roll again.
Okay.
Spend a Fabula point.
You're
Jeez.
robbing someone? Oh, okay. I'm not.
Maybe.
No, looking at looking for targets.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of poor people here. It doesn't really look like it would
Rob's
be.
a poor person.
Yeah, it looks like there's really. This is not Skaldmere. Skaldmere had lots of targets all over the place.
My ears flatten as I look around. This place is on hard times.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any way we can help them. We probably don't have the time to stay around, right?
I don't think so. The longer we spend not finding out what's going on with these Emberstone, the more is going to go missing. Possibly.
That's true.
Anders has a point.
How are you thinking of helping them?
I don't know.
Well, unless we
I
can...
look wistfully over towards people that might be around. If we're not staying, then I suppose there's no reason to ask.
We can think on it. Perhaps there will be a future visit. I mean, their main source of income has gone dry. I wonder if there was anything that could be done about it.
Well, we are tourists, and maybe all we need to do is really visit somewhere and just tip for a good drink. And
Spend our Zanny. I don't know, maybe
Spend our
they're
Zanny.
happy being destitute. You never
would
know.
like to point out that transportation is going to be very expensive. Probably
It's
per
true.
person. So we should probably find out the cost of that before we spend anything. I mean,
Indeed.
a good
Nice.
point. I'll look around and see if there's anywhere that Almira's transportation is.
Yeah, it
Perhaps
was
when
pointed
you-
out. It was pointed out to you by Yasmin.
Okay.
It's not hard to find at all. Again, like there's really only one area that's kind of elevated on the cliffside. And I'll bring up the map overlay for the chat as well. This is that area that you're seeing right now. It's this area that's kind of on the cliff.
Pretty.
Yeah, it looks it's beautiful, but that's the like upper echelon of this place. This is probably where, the governor of this town lives. You get that impression, right? Like it's some muckety muck lives there, and everybody else is kind of like scraping by.
Well, I head towards Almira's.
Sure.
And kind of breathe in this air, which seems like it would probably smell pretty good. And since we just got off of a caravan smelling of cockatrice, I just let it fill my nostrils.
It definitely smells good here. It's interspersed with some, I guess just kind of like a little bit. There's a little bit of dirt here, there's grime. So there's a little bit of that, but like the valley itself here is kind of windswept, so it seems to clear out most of the bad smells. But generally it smells like mountain air.
I walk into Almira's.
Sure. If you're looking to find some transportation, just to kind of give you some options here, you can see walking in, they have some iguanodons available. They have some vehicles that appear to be available as well. There's no like truck like the caravan, but there do look like there's some all-terrain kind of there's like an all-terrain looking vehicle with like big tires and like it looks like it's got some wicked looking shock absorbers on it. Kind of like a big dune buggy almost.
I go over to the clerk or anyone who seems to be working.
Yeah, sure.
And I point at the dune buggy.
Hello and welcome to Almira's transport. I'm sorry?
How much for that?
Oh.
Vroom, vroom.
Oh, yes. All-terrain buggy.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Are you going to be traveling through the mountains?
And I
Harsh
look at
terrain?
the gang. Do we want to travel through the mountains? Could be refreshing.
Listen here, sir. We're trying to get from A to B.
What does that mean?
Just say it. Ilanshu. We plan to
Yes.
travel through Ilanshu.
Oh. All right.
Yes.
So, yes, that vehicle is the one you want to take.
Yeah. And you can see I'm like just super excited about this vehicle because I've never seen something like this. But how fast does it go?
May I ask where you are traveling to? Are you stopping in Ilanshu? How long are you going to need it?
A day.
Day? No.
Oh, no.
No. Probably a week.
Not a day.
At the least.
Well,
How many people can it even fit?
He sort of like looks you over. You could probably all fit in there.
Great.
Might be a little tight, but
How long does it take to get to Ilanshu?
Ilanshu itself, maybe a day with this vehicle.
Oh.
And what about if
At least
we
to
were
the
to go-
border to cross. If you are, I don't know where you are going. Are you going to
Across.
So you are going across. Okay.
cutting through Ilanshu to get to the eastern side?
You're not going to Infernia though, yes?
No.
What are you inferring?
Vermisia.
Yeah. Vermisia. It's a talk.
Oh, all right. Okay. Good. Yes. Vermisia. Well, let's see. Many miles. It will probably take you, I would say, you can make it in 2 days. 2 days.
So about a week would be good so we can get this back, right?
Unless you have a
yes.
port there in Vermisia.
Right.
Do you have something there? Do you have a partner there? or-
We do. Yes.
Oh, good. That's great.
Oh, that's perfect then. And
So how long?
Just in
I
case.
start jingling the coin. How
1
how
week.
much?
Well, per day it will run you 250 zenit.
Okay. That's nice. Question: if we prepay for a week and we only used it for 4 days, will we get the difference back?
I can offer you a discount on the money you receive back, but I can't give you the full price back.
That makes sense.
So is there a deposit or is this like an honor thing?
Yeah.
Oh no, there is definitely a deposit. You must pay up front. Sorry.
Okay. I have 825 zenit, so I offer 500 of that.
I grab my zenit pouch and I empty it completely,
There's
and 25
moths.
zenit falls out.
There's moths.
Oh.
I grab the moth and I put it in my inventory.
Okay,
Instantly.
how much? All right, just
passes
keep
right.
it, and I pull the 25s in it back towards Rue. How much is it total?
1750.
1750. I'm putting 500 in.
So that
Okay,
would leave
I'll-
1250.
Moon, can you hold this with me, please? And like
Can I
my
what?
inventory opens up and a giant sack like of 1,000 zenny I pass it to Moon.
Oh.
It's a pain otherwise.
Okay. And I
You're dumping
put
everything
it on the
on
table.
I mean,
Well, I still have
Okay.
590 if we need supplies, which I did buy some rations and things like that for our travels already. So we have that.
so all right. Bo, did you want to throw in everything you have? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just gave it to Moon. Because we're playing around with money and I didn't... Like, normally Moon just buys things for me anyway, but I have all this money anyway from doing quests, but I don't... It's just easier if, like, a humanoid does stuff for me, so I just gave it to Moon.
We can
All
also
right.
always just cover each other for things too. So we could just say that, yes, that's all pulled in, but we all have money for each other.
Yeah. Well, we need 250 still.
Yeah, I'll give the 250. It's no problem.
Okay. Okay, that should be enough, and I kind of push all the zenit towards.
Excellent. This is excellent. This will cover you for the insurance in case something happens, and this is the agreement for if you are late returning it. The same rate applies for every extra day. If you arrive past 8 a.m., then you will be charged for the entire day.
Okay.
Be fine. We're prepping for
We'll be
more
on
than we
time.
need, supposedly. But you never know what might stop us along the way.
Out of interest, how much does a vehicle like this cost outright?
Oh, we don't sell them here.
But, I mean, if you were to, hypothetically purchase one from somewhere.
Please make me an insight and willpower.
Okay.
And this is going to be difficulty 12?
4.
I'm sorry, but we get special rates. I can't tell you how much.
You
It's
can't
just
afford
it.
part of the business. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Bo's just yapping at this point anyway.
Seems like Verox can use it. You know, looking around, everyone seems to be a little bit on the struggle side. You ever think
Yes.
about, spreading out your business? It seems like transportation could go a long way here.
Yes, Almira has been considering this. She has been. Well, we have another business in Vermisia, but yes, we are looking to expand throughout. Throughout the southeast forest.
Oh, by the way, if you can tell her that Yasmin sent us.
Oh, Yasmin sent you.
Yeah,
That's good. That is nice.
nice discount.
Okay. I will take 10% off. 10%.
Oh, thank you.
Cool.
That's fantastic.
So
We could
you
we
get-
could
so
use that for
100
supplies.
175. back.
175.
Nice. Well,
Yes.
Great.
I've been authorized to give that much at least.
Thank you.
yes.
What was your name? Because I
Oh.
totally didn't hear his name because I was like enamored with the vehicle.
Yes, I am Philly.
Philly.
Oh.
And I extend a hand.
Fill your pockets.
Yes.
I'm Muhn. Good to meet you.
Oh, it's like the savior.
Yes.
No relation.
As they say that, I say, "What do we get a discount if I do this?" And I start dancing.
It's very
no,
nice.
It's not the discount dance.
Why don't you go ahead and roll a?
Please don't fumble. It's gonna take
Let's
10
see. This will be. I think this will be Dex and willpower.
No.
And difficulty 10.
Okay, that's not bad. I got this. Easy.
Exactly.
Sheesh.
Oh, very nice. And he said, "You know what? I'll throw in some rations for you."
Thank you.
Yes,
So,
that should be enough to
question?
cover you for the trip.
Question.
Yeah.
The buggy has Emberstone inside it, right?
No, we are not allowed to use the Emberstone. No.
Then how does it get powered?
Oh, a good question. Well, it is complicated. It is involving some different moving parts. I didn't make it. It
But-
comes from Medwin Sta, the dwarves there. They made it.
Do we have enough juice to get from A to B and back to
It's
C
not
to
quite
U?
juice, it's water, you see. It's this, and he points, and you can see there's effectively like a boiler on this thing. This thing is like steam powered.
Oh, okay.
I go over and take a look. Oh,
Interesting. Does it take the moisture from the air as well?
Oh, no. You have to fill up the water.
So we have to drive
Missed
along the
opportunity.
river, or do we?
A river or water, yes. The boiler lasts a long time, though. It depends on how fast you want to go. The faster you want to go, the hotter it needs to get.
Right. So if we were to, like, I don't know, produce water, will it work as well?
Yes, that will work fine.
I can't pee.
That will work fine.
Need. That's
Okay.
not-
The real
I
trick is
can-
it can't get too hot. You see the gauge
Oh,
here?
you can pee? Oh,
yeah.
The gauge here, if it gets too hot, the boiler will explode and then we will have to charge you for the vehicle.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
there was insurance on it, but also
There is insurance, but the insurance does not cover boiler
Abuse.
explosion.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. I think we'll be fine, everyone. I can.
But the idea
Okay.
is it doesn't get too hot. The hotter it is, the faster you go, but don't keep it too hot too long.
Overheat. All right.
Oh,
If it overheats,
This gauge right here shows you the
oh,
Yes.
I see.
process of the overheating. Okay, great.
Well, thank you. And are we ready to take off?
To counter the overheat, we just need to slow down, or do we need to apply something cooler?
oh no, you want to cool it down. If it does
Aye, very
overheat, cool it down slowly, not too fast.
Got
Okay.
Otherwise,
It'll
it
be
will
fine.
break. Yes.
What time of day is it? If I look at the clock.
It is probably late afternoon. I would imagine probably like 5 p.m. ish.
It is going to be quite late soon. We might want to wait till dawn. I mean, till when sunrise. Sunrise.
If you are
I'm
planning
tired.
on leaving for dawn, that is probably you want to avoid dawn and dusk. Dawn and dusk are when there are potentially dragons that are around. They will be hunting during that time.
Oh, so what time of day do you suggest we leave?
Well, after dawn or significantly before dusk, you want to make a camp. Do you have the mask? Do you have the mask?
Oh, the mask. I look towards Muhn.
Protection musk so that we don't get spotted.
Well,
Hey,
there's
dragons.
mask all over you. Well, you should definitely be fine. You know, because
Well, you want to use it's yes, it's sold all throughout Milifax. You can buy some. You can buy some at the general store.
Oh, okay, great. So we should buy some and then go on the road. Maybe camp up closer to the border. What do you think?
All right.
I'm champing at the bit to drive this thing.
Okay, I'll have to resupply a little bit. I'm low on my magical abilities at the moment.
Yes, well, you will find most basic supplies here, but I'm sorry, we do not have any. There are really very few weaponsmiths or armor smiths that are in town. They're mostly gone.
But there are apothecaries?
Yes, you will probably find some basic supplies, I think. But beyond that, probably not.
And this musk that you mentioned, you said we can purchase it somewhere?
Oh yes, it's sold in the general store.
Perfect, all right. So shall we gather some things? Get topped up, I suppose, on potions and this musk and then head out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you for your business.
Thank you for your business. Why are you thanking me? I'm happy to help you.
I don't know. And then I leave.
So we'll come
Or
back
walk out
and
of the
pick
door.
up the vehicle on our way out. Is that fine?
Yes. Do you want to start it tomorrow? Or did you want to do it tonight?
Are we resting or are we going now?
Yeah, we were gonna go now and get closer to the border before. If we have a must, we should be fine.
If you're leaving now, that is fine.
Okay, we're gonna go buy our stuff and then come back and pick it up.
Very well. I will show you how to use everything, and when you return.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, we can assume that you can find basic supplies and stuff. In town, they really don't have very much in the way of like any sort of rare items or anything along those lines. They have minimal supplies here, but you can top up on elixirs or potions and whatnot, and buy back your inventory points if you'd like.
Where do we buy all this stuff?
It's 10, yeah, it's just 10 mind points
Per point.
Or I'm sorry, 10 Zenit per inventory
IP.
point.
Yeah. Okay, I took the money out already.
I spent 60 so that I could refill my mana.
And you have rested. You're all considered rested here.
Oh, okay. Then I
so
only
do we get our mana and HP back when we rest?
Yep.
I know there's a bed button. There it is.
Okay, then I only spend 30.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, and if you're just buying some food and stuff for the night, in terms of like a dinner or whatnot, that is not an issue.
I'll take it to go along with the musk.
Yeah. We can say that that's probably going to run everybody that orders something. If you get something like just a normal meal, we're going to say that that's probably 10 Zenit.
Okay.
Otherwise, we can assume that you are heading out.
All right.
Yeah, Philly shows you the controls of this like dune buggy like vehicle. I think you can all tell like it's not going to be like a super comfortable ride as soon as you start going on some rough terrain. And also, he probably warns you about like, just cover up if you start going very fast through the mountains. There can be dust. There can be some very cold winds. Just be careful. When you get to Elanshu, you will definitely run into ash and such. That is not comfortable. Make sure you have something to cover your face, maybe your eyes as well.
Okay.
That will be not so comfortable.
Well, we have the
I've got a
masks that we
shield
bought.
and I point to Bo.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Wait, me? I'm a shield.
I'll make sure you all have that. I have my cloak here. I can wrap around. So,
We also have the masks that I bought when we were in Synthara, so you all have one except for Bo.
That's fine. I didn't need one anyway. I'm fine. Happy
Well, you have
with
the
it
cheesecloth. Remember?
Where did it go?
Why are you asking me? Did you not have it?
I mean, I'm a ball of slime. I can't be expected to look after things.
Oh,
Are we all in the buggy?
Yep.
Am I driving?
Is there? How's this buggy look? Is there like a back seat, two side
So
seats?
yeah,
two front
it's
seats?
essentially there's 2 seats in the front and then there's 3 in the back. They're like that. It almost looks like a hard plastic in there.
Mhm.
And it's got that roll cage kind of look to it. So it has a windshield, but like the sides are kind of open, and it has like a roof on top that's basically a flap. And it's like
Aerodynamics.
clamped down.
All right, I'll be in the back.
And then it has a big like
Nah, yeah.
steam pipe, kind of like in the rear where the engine is.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the back so I can keep an eye on the overheat gauge because I can cool it if need be.
and are there any particular points where it is best to kind of be able to get a visual of our surroundings? I'd like to keep an eye out to make sure that nothing encroaches upon us.
Yep. Probably the front seat with Muhn.
Yes, perfect.
So Bo, are you riding on Muhn's head or are you in the back?
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
And
fair
I'll
enough.
be in the back.
You start it up, and it's it's got like, you know, you can hear the engine sort of like kicking up, starting to get hot. It just takes a minute to get going. You have to keep feeding it fuel,
Sure.
and then it will get going there. It just needs to get hot, and then it's going to start to take off. This is your brake. This is what makes you go faster. And again, it will heat up when you go faster. So just be careful.
Okay.
Okay. And off you go.
And I floor it.
Yeah.
Floor?
It's like, yeah. Oh, just take it easy. Oh,
Hot,
shit.
overheat.
Yeah.
Careful!
And I let up a little bit. Wow, this thing's really got some kick to it.
We're gonna need some water, I think.
I'm keeping an eye on it. But if you keep going at this pace, we're gonna have to stop a lot earlier than we want to.
In
Running
the back.
over like big pebbles and stuff.
In the back, I stretch out as much as I can, leaning close-ish to the heater because I am absolutely loving the heat.
Oh yeah. it's the middle seat is, you can tell like it's probably a little warped, you know? Like it's because that's the seat that gets the hottest. You know, because it's closest to the engine. So yeah, it's definitely like a little warped. But you begin to set out. All right. Who wants to make a travel roll for me?
We're following the river, right?
Yeah, we should be.
Okay, good, because there's water there. You know.
I'll
We can
do
make a
it.
travel roll. Okay.
Okay. Travel roll. This will be a D8, please.
I scream out, Greg would love this!
Oh gosh, we left Greg!
I'm sure he doesn't have any problems with that.
We get a flash back in the airship. Like Greg looks like just like a fucking bachelor. You know, like he's just he left his leaves are like all thick. You know, like he's got like a mustard stain like on some of the leaves.
Rubbing his belly,
Yeah.
got his hands in
Instead
his
of beer cans, there's like smoothie.
Yeah,
like,
there's just
cups
like
all
empty
over the
smoothie
floor.
cups. Yeah, he hasn't done any dishes.
It's like branches
Terrific.
growing everywhere because he's not trimming himself.
Okay, so
Living my best life.
a 3 on your travel roll is very
if we
good.
do any stops, I would like to take some containers and definitely fill up on water.
Do you have containers?
Well,
Don't look at
what about
me.
Do you have a Fabula point?
old elixir bottles? I'm not spending a Fabula point for some containers.
You don't have old
I'll
elixir
spend
bottles.
a Fabula point. I'll spend a Fabula point. I have so much random shit I've stolen. There were a bunch of really cool looking urns in the fucking manors, and I definitely took them.
Ancestors' ashes in it? Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you've got a few containers. Yeah, it probably equates to like, we can say like 4 gallons maybe of water.
But you will have to ask me for them.
So I think a couple of us have 2 Fabula points right now. Don't they get reset to 1 next episode anyway, right?
No.
They don't?
Nope.
Oh.
They
He's like, otherwise I wouldn't spend them all.
only if you're at 0 does anything happen. If you start a session at 0, you
That's
gain
when you
a
get
point.
one.
Ah, okay.
You don't
perfect.
always gain one. You gain one if you're at 0. Start of the
Right.
session.
Okay. Well, next session I have more cockatrice points. I mean, Fabula points.
Okay. So, this journey goes very smoothly. However, I want you to know the difference about going into Millifax versus where you have been, or going into Elanshu versus where you've been. Elanshu is bleak. As soon as you cross the border into Elanshu, you know it. It is a place of ash and fire. This place is a ruined, like, wasteland. There are lava flows traveling along ruins of cities. You can see that this place once was thriving immediately as you've been traveling through this. You can see that there were cities here and that this place has been through horrible, horrible things. There are stone ruins, skeletons of cities. There are volcanoes here. And the volcanoes must be killing the life, because you do see trees here and there. And where there are volcanoes, there's usually also a lot of life. It's a good way to sort of make the earth fresh again. It's why it exists in nature. Provides minerals and nutrients for new life. But this place doesn't seem to be really growing back. It's just kind of bleak. The sky is covered with soot. It is dark. And you can see the signs of, like, elven cities that were once here. It must have been forested. And now there are volcanoes, black terrain, lava flows, a lot of rocks, very few shrubs, the occasional tree. The place is pretty dead.
Oh, I take it back. Greg would not like this place at all.
It's a shame. This was probably so beautiful back in its prime.
Yeah.
Poor elves that lived here.
Better in a postcard, I suppose, than being here.
So much ash.
And the
I'm trying to stay
architecture-
along the, if there's a body of water, any sort of river.
I'm sorry, say one more time.
Is there a body of water we can stay close to? The
Not really.
dune
There's
buggy?
a lot
Okay.
of lava.
Enders, how's it looking?
Yeah, we're probably gonna need to stop soon.
And I look
This-
around.
This
Stop
place is a
where?
lot harder than I need to stop and cool this thing down.
Okay. And I let up on the pedal and slow it down and bring it very, very slowly to a stop, and the gravel kind of like crunches underneath. How, like, you know how big tires are, like when a big truck stops, it's like, and we stop like in front of a big ass boulder. Like, okay, what now?
Well, let's avoid the lava pools and dry, very, very dry here.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it gets so hot as soon as we stop moving.
Yep. Stirs your breath. Okay. Well, regular water is not going to work here, so I'm going to have to do something. It's going to take me a little bit of time to summon the energy because it's so hot.
Make it as quick as you can. I don't have a good feeling.
Yeah.
I will be keeping an eye out, making sure that nothing is moving around us and what have you, but I'm also trying to pay attention to the architecture that's around that we have seen.
Sure. Make an insight.
12?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can see signs of like elven themed architecture around. It's been a while.
Yes.
This is like worn more than anything.
Does any of what I see kind of look similar to that of Elendroth, or more similar to the architecture you might find in Syntharis, or kind of
Neither. Yeah. I think maybe some of the towers, ruined towers that you see around, give you some Elendroth vibes, maybe, but not really. They're different. It's honestly, it's closer to some of the sort of Gothic or Moroccan sort of looks that you've seen in Milofax.
It's like a mix between the two. Very cool.
Yep.
Where we stopped, there's like this body of water that's, I guess, coming
Very
from
far away.
No, not that huge body of water. There's like a line
Yeah,
of water here.
there does look like there might be a river in the distance.
Okay, we're gonna have to. Can we get closer to the river? I'll work a little bit better. Moisture in the air is quite dry, so.
Okay.
Oof.
I turn it back on and start driving over towards the.
So at this point,
water.
as you start driving towards the water, that you see a figure emerge from the lava. There is a lava flow of a river. It emerges from the lava. And it has a large hammer, and it points towards the buggy.
Okay then.
It is you. Again. I see you. Here. In this place.
I rub my eyes. Do the others see this?
They do. You all see this figure. It points its hammer towards the group. And as Iris turns towards you all, you can see fire in her eyes.
涙の色はエメラ